Hello and welcome to beautiful Chandler, Arizona here on this warm night as FC Arizona takes on FCAZ Tucson in this NPSL matchup. I'm Brady Hanson alongside Adam Cunin. And Adam, we've got a good one on our hands tonight.
We do. Fun matchup here between FC Arizona and FCAZ Tucson. Both teams coming off a loss here in their first game, but looking to bounce back tonight. I know FC Arizona lost a tough one last game, 2-1 at the Las Vegas Legends, a game they probably felt like they gave away a little bit. So probably going to come out with some force here tonight and try and get in the winning column.
Get in the win column indeed, as FC Arizona looking to, like you said, build off that 2-1 game, looking to get more than just one goal up on the board here tonight, as we saw their UPSL team just finished up before this game, and they won 6-0 against Coronado. So we'll see if the FC Arizona team can harness that power here tonight.
Yeah, certainly looking to follow up on that performance from the USPL team and get their first win on the board here for the NPSL team.
So we're just a few minutes away from kickoff as we get ready to go here at Campo Verde High School.
Yeah, if you're FC Arizona tonight, you got to get the ball into playmakers such as Marco Alfonso. He's a guy that we've seen before in prior seasons, can really provide a spark for your offense. And if they're going to win this game tonight, it's got to go through him.
And the whistle from the ref, and we are underway here in Chandler. Some good ball movement by Tucson to start out the game, moving it around, working backwards before they move forward. And it looks like that one's going to be a throw-in for FC Arizona. So as we mentioned before, only one game played by each of these teams so far, and this will be their first matchup of the season. So it'll be a good kind of feeling out process for these two teams early on in this game.
Well, early on in the season, you're still trying to find yourself with a couple new faces and working with a whole new squad here. So a couple returners that have that chemistry, but as you mentioned, kind of feeling out process early here in the season. First matchup between these two teams so far this season. So won't expect too much early in the game, but as this one goes on and they start to get a little bit more comfortable, I feel like this will turn into a good one.
That run is thwarted there by FC Arizona, and they're going to go with a counterattack here. Kicked out. FC Arizona ball. It'll be a bit confusing for us to try and associate these two teams, with one being FC Arizona and the other being FC Arizona Tucson. So we'll do our best that we can up here in the booth, but some good ball movement along the near side, taking it up near the 40. And Tucson is going to try and get something going. They haven't had a lot working for them so far offensively, but then again, we're only 2 minutes into the game here, and it's been mostly FC Arizona.
Nice long pass there for Atondo.
Here's an opportunity. Shot there. Save. And it'll be a corner kick.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Atondo there. He's a guy that can also generate some goals here for FC Arizona. So nice long pass and setup there, but a good save and stop there for Tucson.
Can't tell who's taking the corner kick for FC Arizona from back here, but he sends it in. Wide of the players on both teams. Looks like it's going to be a Tucson throw-in. So Tucson already on the defensive early here, as their clearance attempt goes right back to FC Arizona. Arizona doing a good job at applying pressure early and maintaining ball possession.
Yeah, they've controlled the ball early on in this game. A couple bad passes, as we've seen right there, but that's going to happen early in the season. Bit of miscommunication there. So far, though, they've really controlled the game.
FC Arizona working it back now, keeping it around the midfield and sent up. Here's an opportunity. Won't go though. Nice save there by Toccoa. Good toss up, and Tucson once again working in their backfield. Intercepted. Opportunity for FC Arizona. Sent in. Shot. Goal! FC Arizona gets up on the board early. Starts this game 1-0.
Well, with all the pressure that FC Arizona has applied early on in this game, felt like they were knocking on the door there. Finally get a good opportunity right near the net and just get kind of nice bounce there to set up a goal.
So 1-0 the score, FC Arizona. And Tucson already having to dig themselves out of a hole 4 minutes into this game.
Yeah, not the start you wanted if you were Tucson. Seems like they have to control the ball a little bit longer and regain some of this momentum.
And we mentioned earlier the feeling out process, especially that goes on a lot in soccer. But, I mean, it seems like FC Arizona's already got a feel for FC Tucson, or FCAZ Tucson, just right off the rip here.
I believe it was
Now Tucson pushing on the offensive side of the field for really the first time we've seen so far this game. FC Arizona doing a good job at applying pressure once again. Good tackle there. Looks like it's going to be a foul, however. And a yellow card will be issued.
I believe that was for Alfonso, so got to be careful there. He's a guy that they can't lose in this game just because of how explosive he is with the ball. But an early yellow card being assessed here, maybe the referee's trying to take control of this game early, make sure nothing escalates out of hand.
That was indeed on Alonso, so Alonso's going to have to watch himself for the rest of this game, play a little more carefully than anticipated. That one's sent into the box, and good save there by Carrion. Keeper, Carrion. Just going to drop kick it. And Tucson gets possession. Good pass up. Just a little long. And they'll play on. Alonso sends it in. Gets past the keeper. Shot off the post.
What a setup there from Alfonso, though. Got pretty with it, and a nice setup there for Estevez, who already got on the board early with the first goal of the game and just kind of couldn't corral that pass and get the right angle. But another, quality chance there for FC Arizona. And if you're Tucson, you have to play better on the defensive end, as they haven't even been able to get the ball back. So.
And you go back to that opportunity, it looked like Toccoa had it in his grasp, and it just escaped him right at the last second, leading to an opportunity for FC Arizona.
Well, he's been tested early on throughout this game. His defense is not helping him nearly as much as they could. So if you're Toccoa, certainly have to secure that ball, but they've also got to play better in front of him to help support him early on.
FC Arizona working back on their defensive side of the field, and players down, got a whistle and a yellow. Can't see who was issued the yellow there. Looks like I can't see from here. We got a player down for FC Arizona. Can't tell who that is from our vantage point as well.
Yeah, not good to see a player down, especially this early in the game already. But, with past experiences with FC Arizona, they've always been a team that plays physical, and I feel like both of these teams so far have brought a little bit of an edge early. We've already seen a yellow card assessed. There's another one, so certainly expect that style of play tonight.
Sent into the box. Dribbling around Alonso. Shot off a leg, and it's probably going to be a corner, and it is.
Yeah, Tucson's got to get back and stop those deep passes, especially when they're able to get the ball to guys like Alfonso and Atondo, because they can certainly make you pay after, a certain amount of chances.
Second corner of the game for FC Arizona. That one gets into the box, but it's kicked out by Tucson. Good defense there. FC Arizona forced to retreat. Near the 45. Sent up along the far side. Sent in, but nobody's there to receive. It'll be a throw-in for FC Arizona.
Yeah, no one there home for Atondo's pass, but right idea, trying to get it to center of the field there and find a teammate.
Back out near the 30. Going in. Pass sent, but nobody there to receive once again. And the ball's just going to be cleared way out of here into the parking lot. FC Arizona playing quick. Trying to get some movement there, but it looks like they're just a little bunched up and can't really get many passes to go as they send this one across now.
Yeah, their passing hasn't been 100% crisp so far. They've had some really nice long passes that's generated most of their chances so far in this game, but got to clean up a little bit in the short passing game here.
Open space. Finds Alfonso. Good move there by Alfonso. Trying to shake two. Passes it off. And another turnover here. See if Tucson can make something work. And it's going to be an FC Arizona throw-in.
Yeah, so far throughout this game, Tucson just has not been able to hold the ball really for an extended period. I feel like if they are able to maintain a longer time of possession here with the ball, they'll find some more success. But when FC Arizona is constantly on the attack, it's hard to do anything really and formulate anything on the offensive end.
Yeah, when you say that, FC Arizona Tucson has really only had one opportunity on the offensive side of the field where the ball was in their possession. And it was a pretty quick turnover for them. And it looks like we have a foul here as Alfonso goes down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we've pretty much lived on this side of the pitch so far. I mean, it feels like it's been endless opportunities for FC Arizona so far. But just 11 minutes into it, Tucson has plenty of time to kind of work this out and play a longer game here. I don't think they have to rush anything. I think the key for them at this point is going to be just maintaining time of possession to thwart any FC Arizona attacks. Sometimes holding the ball on offense is your best defense. So I think they need to work on just maintaining that time of possession with the ball to kind of slow down FC Arizona.
So free kick sent in and knocked away there by Tucson. So Tucson's been doing pretty well on defending the free kicks, the corner kicks. They just can't seem to find the possession that they need in order to get something going.
Yeah, I mean, FC Arizona, give them credit. They've done a nice job of keeping up their pressure throughout the game. But if you're Tucson, there's been a couple chances where they've been able to turn over FC Arizona. They just have to take advantage of those opportunities when they do so and keep the ball for a longer period.
So Tucson's going to play it back before they go forward. Pass sent nobody home, and Alfonso's going to recover it for FC Arizona. So FC Arizona doing a great job at maintaining ball possession, as we've mentioned. Another turnover here. Once again, FC Arizona. Once they lose possession, they're always quick to get it back. They're staying constant pressure on Tucson, which is what you like to see if you're FC Arizona.
Well, constant pressure, as you mentioned, and it's allowed them to turn over Tucson and create more offensive opportunities. So their aggressiveness on the defensive end, as we're seeing here, just to create turnovers and get that ball back, has led them to be able to put pressure on the offensive end as well.
Throw in here. Playing it back. Some good ball movement here by FC Arizona. Sent up. He's got speed. Shot. Scores. 2-0 FC Arizona. And they're making a statement early.
Well, it's been the long passes and getting behind that defense for FC Arizona so far. And as we mentioned, they've been able to apply pressure throughout this game early. Once again, get on the board here. Just about 14 minutes into this one, Tucson has to respond, or this one could get out of hand pretty quick. If you're Tucson right now, I feel like you just have to stop the bleeding at some point. I would, move the ball around maybe on your side of the field and then slowly create an offensive attack, but just keep the ball out of FC Arizona's possession. Just maintain some time of possession here with the ball, which seems like they're doing so far, and slowly work your way up the field.
Looks like the key to FC Arizona's success has just been capitalizing on the mistakes of Tucson. As there's another one in the box. Shot. Scores! 2 very quick goals for FC Arizona, and now it's a 3-goal game.
I mean, another one right there, just ripping them off at this point. And, I mean, they just took the ball from Tucson fairly easily to create that offensive opportunity, and they capitalized. So Tucson at this point searching for answers. FC Arizona's on fire right now. 2 goals within seconds of each other.
So Tucson with the new approach here, they're sending it down the line, and it's just a little long. I do like that idea, though, for Tucson, try and just get it up there. Because they keep playing it back and back and back, and FC Arizona's been quick to them, allowing those 2 most recent goals by how often they're playing it back.
Well, if they're going to play aggressive up on you, there's certainly some chances to get behind the defense and create some opportunities for yourself. But as you mentioned, they've been a little bit passive, not really confident with their decisions, and it's led to some turnovers.
Arizona taking it up into their offensive half of the field. And sent off. Alfonso drops it back. Unable to work it back is Tucson. Pass sent in and snagged. Tucson on the counterattack now. But everybody's back. There's not much that Tucson can really do when they've only got 1 player up.
Well, that was an interesting possession right there. Seemed like the goalkeeper had it in his grasp there, unable to corral it though. Atondo almost created something out of nothing there. But so far, I'm liking the way that FC Arizona is attacking this Tucson team, not being complacent early. They not only get that early goal, but add 2 more goals to it. Provenzano on that last one, just aggressive with the way that they've attacked this game so far. And if you're Tucson, I like the way that they're attacking now defensively, but they have to maintain that aggression going forward.
Yeah, and you mentioned that now that Tucson actually is playing with possession here in their offensive half of the field, and that aggression is really what's going to be the key to how they counterattack to FC Arizona if they want to stay in this game.
Well, knowing how FC Arizona teams are run here with Coach Aguilar, I don't anticipate FC Arizona being passive the rest of this game and just trying to secure this win. I think that they'll continue to attack, continue to push offensively, and if you're Tucson, you got to go out there and take it. It's not going to be, handed to you in terms of, offensively. FC Arizona is not going to make a lot of mistakes, and they got to go out there and push to get those opportunities near the net.
Well, we're going to go ahead and send it down to the 3rd member of our broadcast, Mahir Hassan.
Yeah, guys, you were talking about a lot of the non-complacency that a lot of FC Arizona guys were talking about, and I saw it from their head coach, Alejandro Aguilar. He's really just getting on his feet at times, but he's also sitting back, just clapping away. He's not pleased that this game is 3-0 right now. it seems like he wants more. He's always talking with his players, just more tactical stuff, but he seems very calm.
Thank you, Mahir. And yeah, it's something that you always want to have with your mentality when you're playing in any sport, really, but especially soccer. You never want to get too complacent. You always want to keep the foot on the gas and deliver it to make it deliver enough goals to make it, more than safe by the time you walk off the pitch.
Well, if you've ever seen a Alejandro Aguilar run team, you'll know that he's not going to take his foot off the gas. They'll keep pushing throughout the game until the very last whistle. So Tucson is not going to be able to just sit back and keep this at a 3-0 margin. This game could get even more out of hand if they don't do something about it.
Tucson once again working from the back, trying to push something up. It seems like Tucson, what their problem really has been is we got a foul here. It's mostly just been a lack of communication. It looks like they're trying to dribble the ball more than letting the ball play itself, passing it off. The ball is always faster than the player, so that's what you're going to want to do, and they can't seem to find just that open man.
Here's one here.
Sent in. Can't seem to get into the box, and a loss of possession yet again there for Tucson.
Nice job defensively there from FC Arizona. Really walled them off and prevent any chance near the center next to the net there. But as you mentioned, a little bit of miscommunication here early in the season that does kind of add up because of how limited playing time these guys have had together. Although FC Arizona looks like a well-run machine so far, so maybe a disparity in the chemistry so far for both of these teams, but I think FC Arizona has certainly looked like the more well-polished and ready team.
Tucson with the throw-in. A little bit of a scuffle there, and Arizona's going to walk away with it. So FC Arizona playing it back all the way to their keeper.
Yeah, Carrion's had a pretty easy night so far, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just not any shots really that he's had to face.
Just playing it back, In my few days as a keeper, those were always the nice games,
Yeah.
just when you get to chill back in your box for most of the game.
Well, I'm sure he's thankful for his team for playing great defense and not really even having to play much defense because seems like they've been on the offensive end for all night.
Speaking of good defense, there's some right there. FC Arizona on the counterattack now. Through ball. Good save. FC Arizona once again. Through. Alfonso. Shaken 2. Passes it off. Moving into the box and poked away. Tucson trying to run a counterattack, but everyone was back. Now they're moving up. Into the offensive half. Passing it back. Looking to set up.
I like that approach there. They could have, pushed it a little bit further, but now they set up a nice offensive attack. FC Arizona is able to get back, but keeping possession of the ball here, as we mentioned, slowly work themselves up the field, and they're going to set up a good opportunity now if they can take care of the ball.
So some good ball movement here by Tucson. They're making it a point to have better ball possession here as they've been rushing it seems, recently.
Yeah, everything's been sped up, as you mentioned, for them so far. FC Arizona feels a little bit more in control, and when they go fast, it's controlled. So far, FC Arizona's looked like a team that is a little bit more calm, in control of this game so far. But Tucson still improving here in these last couple minutes. Seems like they're doing a nice job of holding the ball a little bit longer and working around with some passes. As you mentioned earlier, it seemed like earlier they were, holding onto the ball a little bit longer and not passing the ball as much. So,
and those are some of the adjustments that you're going to see early on as we progress into this game, too. We're going to see a lot more of that. As we mentioned earlier, very early in the season, these two teams still figuring each other out, still figuring their own teams out. And this is kind of the learning process that we're going to watch unfold in front of us here today. Again, FC Arizona with the good ball movement here, just working it between, trying to set something up, but looks like everything's covered. And finally, they get something they like. Alfonso with an opportunity. To the top. Just swarmed by FC Arizona, or FC Tucson defenders there.
Well, you weren't completely wrong with that. FC Arizona Tucson.
Looks like we have a throw-in. FC Arizona's been very quick with their throw-ins today. Just finding the open man up close and playing it with their feet.
Well, they're playing with pace, but they're playing, as I mentioned, with controlled pace. They seem like they know where they want to go with every possession, and they're working it around at different guys, so they're not holding on to the ball for too long.
Tucson in possession now. They're looking to start something, get up on the board in this first half. Once again, they're slowing it down a bit. Trying to find an opportunity. That one's going to be sent up, but intercepted by FC Arizona. Arizona now will flip the script and do the same. Some good ball movement here by FC Arizona, weaving it through the defenders. And here's a through ball. Alfonso, another opportunity. Gets it in deep. Sent in. Shot off a defender. It's going to ricochet out, and it looks like Tucson's going to try and clear it. Another shot here. Well high and wide.
Well, we've seen a couple of those through balls where Alfonso's been able to get it, but it's been a little bit too wide of an angle, unable to find the center there. Almost found a teammate right in front of the net, but can't give up too many of those opportunities if you're Tucson.
So FC Arizona is just going to clear that one. Force Tucson with a throw-in. Looks like we're going to have another throw-in, or that might be a corner. It looks like the ref is signaling for.
Well, as much as I don't want to say that Tucson has won the past couple of minutes, them kind of holding off FC Arizona a little bit more in these past couple of minutes has been an improvement from what we've seen from them so far in this game. As early in the game, it really felt like FC Arizona was getting whatever they wanted. Now, Tucson moving the ball a little bit more and holding on to it a little bit longer.
So this will be Tucson's first corner attempt of the night. Sent in. Good clearance there by FC Arizona. Tucson remains in possession, though, as they try and work it back into the box. Nice job to keep it in. Sent in. Opportunity offsides will be the call.
Well, I like the aggressive mentality of Carrion there to come out and try and make that save, not be complacent with letting it get to a Tucson player, and able to avoid some danger there, offsides for Tucson. But as we mentioned, they're putting a little bit more pressure now on FC Arizona, who now has to respond and take back some of this momentum.
And how about that save on the sideline there by Luis Gonzalez? That thing was borderline almost going to be a free throw, and he kept it in just enough to send that cross in.
Yeah, beautiful keep in by him there.
Now Alfonso with an opportunity the other way. He's going to send it up for a through ball. Another pass off with not enough juice on that one, and Tucson's going to take it the other way. Sent through. Both players moving with speed. Good battle for the ball here. It's going to result in a corner kick for Tucson.
Another
It'll be
corner.
their second of the night.
Another corner kick, as you mentioned here. already got to see one. Let's see what they have for the second one. But creating more chances here for them to score, and maybe they're able to get on the board with this corner.
So this corner will come from the opposite side of the field. Let's see if that makes any difference here. And same result. Ball once again cleared by FC Arizona. Now here's an opportunity the other way. It's again working back, and they're going to switch the field. Good move there by Alfonso. A little heel flick, but the following pass goes wide.
Alfonso is a guy that is fun to watch, huh? I mean, something's always happening when he has the ball, and makes it really fun to watch as a broadcaster, and I'm sure as a fan.
So FC Arizona will have a free kick, or throw-in rather, on the far side of the field. They're going to push into their offensive half of the field. Moving in with speed. Good pass off. Shot from outside the box. Trapped and saved. Good job by Takoa to fall on that ball after cradling it.
Provenzano, I felt like, shot that one a little bit too early. Maybe he could have waited a little longer to pull that and maybe find a teammate.
FC Arizona with another opportunity. Goes wide, but just going to be poked out there by Tucson. And that one goes out of bounds. Tucson with the throw and working quick. Switching the field. And they'll take it on the far side. Tucson moving a little more methodically now. Almost an opportunity there from Alfonso for a steal. But FC Arizona doing a nice job at keeping possession and keeping pressure on Tucson. Body-to-body contact, no foul. Tucson wanted one. And another ball sent wide for FC Arizona. Taking it into the box. Near side, pass, shot, nice save. Another shot, wide and high.
Well, that was a great setup there for Provenzano to find a teammate there. And I believe that was not the goalkeeper. I think that was actually a player that was able to get his foot on it. And then Otondo had a point-blank opportunity and just shot it wide over the net.
Yeah, looks like it was Moises Mata that got the foot on that. Great job by Mata to position himself in front of the net, expect that pass, and just put a foot on it, clear it.
Well, I'm sure their goalie Takoa was thankful for that one because it just saved them a goal from getting in the net.
So now it's Arizona working it back to their keeper. And they're going to keep playing it back, waiting for something to set up. But Tucson applying pressure here in FC Arizona's defensive zone. Far side, it's going to be a Tucson throw-in. Sitting with about 13 minutes to go here in this first half of play. FC Arizona already establishing themselves with a 3-0 lead. Looking to build upon it here. Sent the other way. FC Arizona once again working the far side of the field. Sent in. Nothing going though. Arizona doing a good job of keeping it in here. Well, it looks like that one just went out. Tucson throwing.
Yeah, nice run there for FC Arizona. Almost able to get it near the box, but solid defense there from Tucson to thwart that attack.
Here's an opportunity for Arizona. Foul called. Bodies were flying. There was a lot of contact there, and the ref decides to call it a foul, and Tucson playing quick now. Moving up. Ball sent deep, just out of the reach, and Arizona will clear it.
Well, Tucson's starting to push the pace a little bit now, get a little bit more active on the offensive end, and it's what they need to do down 3 goals. Most realistically looking to cut the deficit to 2 here and go into the half down 3-1 rather than 3-0.
So the throw-in goes back. A good throw there. And Tucson will play it back and try and set something up from behind. That's kind of the motivation you got to have when you're playing from behind, especially down 3 goals already early in this game. You got to try and move the ball quickly to get those goals back, but you also got to try and slow it down if you're rushing things like Tucson has tonight.
Well, I think they've been able to create some more opportunities than they did in the early minutes of this game, but once again, FC Arizona playing pretty solid defense, not allowing too much behind them.
Looks like we had a foul called here by the sideline ref. And Tucson's just going to pass it around, set something up. Little give and go action there. Tucson doing a good job at finding the open man. That pass just goes behind the runner. And it'll be FC Arizona ball. Deep throw back. They're going to work their way up along the sideline.
Yes, things starting to get a little bit more physical now. Ref is blowing the whistle to kind of slow this game down, but seen a couple whistles now. We've already seen a few cards, so.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. I already seen a card each for these two teams, and with things getting a little more physical as this game progresses, that's going to be something to look forward to, definitely in the second half, as these teams get a little more familiar with each other. Sent in the box now. Good defense here by FC Arizona. Able to force a free throw their way. So the FC Arizona throw-in is going to go deep up the line. It's again, two teams getting a little handsy, a little physical.
You saw just right there. I mean, bodies hitting the floor. Only about a couple more minutes here left in the half, so both teams will head to the locker room soon, maybe looking to get out that last energy before getting a break here.
A lot of open space here for FC Arizona. Alfonso looking for options. He's going to dump it off. Now making a run. FC Arizona trying to shake 3 defenders there. Very tough to do as you're dribbling the ball.
Just kind of got cornered in there. Wasn't a great spot for him.
Once again, working along the near side sideline. And Tucson's going to flip the script, play on the other side of the field. Through ball goes a little long. And good clearance there. Tucson's going to play from midfield all the way back to their keeper, Takoa. And Takoa's just going to send it off. Mata with a good pass up. Good tackle there. It's going to go back to Mata. Sent off. At midfield, two teams struggling for possession of the ball, and it's going to go way of FC Arizona. Through ball not able to quite get where they wanted it, but FC Arizona is still going to play it. Bodies flying everywhere for Tucson, and Arizona's just going to retreat. Back in. Opportunity runner along the side. Sent in just behind. Tucson the other way now. We've reached the 39th minute. Only a couple away from halftime now. As Tucson looks to put some points up on the board. Here's an opportunity. And offsides. Looking very good there for Tucson. But that's twice now they've been called offside.
Yeah, that one looked like they certainly had a chance, but as you mentioned, the offside call there kills that opportunity for Tucson. But momentum maybe shifting away from FC Arizona at the end of this half a bit. Tucson doing a nice job of staying in this game and putting a little bit of pressure on FC Arizona, but still down with a 3-0 deficit, looking to get one goal here to just get on the board and bring some momentum into the half.
Once again, we're going to send it over to Mahir Sinhasan.
Yeah, guys, I was down on the touchlines, and FCAZ Tucson's head coach, he was basically talking with a lot of the guys on the left flank, and he's basically saying just try to challenge them. He was saying that FCAZ's right back, that is FC Arizona, he's basically just pitching balls out. He's just trying to get that throw in. So in other words, Tucson can just work down the left, win those battles both through the air and on the ground, and try to work forward.
Thank you, Mahir. Arizona with an opportunity, moving it up past midfield. Nice little flick back. Alfonso's going to take it up. Through ball here. It's going to land. Can we get a cross in? Unable to get a foot on it there as the ball's going to go wide. Throw in Tucson. Great opportunity there for FC Arizona, though, just unable to connect.
Yeah, great chance. They've had a couple of those where they try to get the ball to the middle and have been unsuccessful. Most of their goals have actually come off long passes rather than, short passes to the middle. So looking to convert on some of those, and that's an area where they can certainly get better tonight.
So the throw takes FC Arizona to the center of the field. Ball sent in. Here's a shot opportunity in the box. Moves around, left foot. Goal! 4-0 FC Arizona.
Yeah, Provenzano again, second time of the night for him, and the fourth goal of the night for FC Arizona. So as much as Tucson was able to kind of hang around here and keep the deficit at 3, kind of falter a little bit late. You felt it with some of those passes that brought FC Arizona deep into Tucson territory. So nice job of FC Arizona of responding after struggling for a few minutes to get anything going, and Provenzano with his second of the game, maybe looking to be a man of the match here.
So as time ticks closer to the end of this half, FC Arizona with a 4-goal lead, already making a blowout statement early in this game. Deep shot just high. Good idea there by Alfonso, trying to catch the keeper out of the net.
Alfonso, that was almost incredible what he just did. Just missed a bit over the top bar there, but good idea.
Tucson working it up the sideline now. Good hesitation move. It's going to be dumped off. This is a good opportunity for Tucson, one of the best we've seen from them all night. and squandered by the good defense of FC Arizona as Tucson's forced to retreat. Good poke there by Alfonso. And now the other way. Through ball. Great save by the keeper, Takoa, to come out of his box and clear that before it got to Alfonso.
Gotta like that aggression there from Takoa to come out and take matters into his own hands and knock that ball away. You don't want to see a passive keeper, and he certainly wasn't passive there.
So FC Arizona working on their defensive side as we're near in half. Good ball movement. A lot of one-touch, two-touch tonight for FC Arizona.
Yeah, nice job of moving the ball around, something that Tucson could certainly do better tonight. Feels like FC Arizona is dominated in that facet of the game, and it showed off moving the ball well and finding some teammates, whether it's, in short or long passes that have led to goals.
With Tucson players closing in, Arizona just going to switch the side of the field. Keep working in their own defensive half. Carrion's going to play to his teammate. Some good pressure there by Tucson, though. And Carrion's just going to be forced to clear it. Whistle there, late foul call. And Arizona playing it quick again. 45th minute here in the first half. Ball sent in. Grabbed there by Takoa. Tucson's just going to play it back. They got to get a push here if they want to try and score before the half. It's going to be sent up. And FC Arizona is going to gain possession. Ball sent in. Kicked around. Open net. Goal.
You're going to say offside.
Looked like the call might have been offsides.
Yeah, that is the ruling. They are going to rule that an offside. So
no goal. Offsides the ruling. And the seconds are now ticking away as we've reached stoppage time here in the first half. And FC Arizona is looking to put one more on the board before the half. And if Tucson can gain possession, that'll do it for this first half so far here in Chandler. 4-0 the score in favor of FC Arizona.
Yeah, FC Arizona pure electric early in this game with ripping off 3 goals basically through the first 11 minutes. And then they were pretty much able to maintain that lead the rest of the way through. I thought Tucson played a lot better towards the end of the half in the midway point, but towards the end, FC Arizona able to sneak one more past the goalkeeper, and now it's a 4-0 lead. Somewhat, I don't want to say that Tucson's out of this game, but it's going to be a pretty insurmountable lead that they have to overcome.
So as halftime starts, we're going to step away for a bit. We'll be back. 4-0 FC Arizona at half.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind-the-scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey, and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. To see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to. Inferno TV provides.
All right, welcome back to Campo Verde High School here. It looks like we have Mahir Sinhasan down on the field with a special snack. Mahir is down.
I'm here pitch side, and it's been a great half for FC Arizona, but it's better than these tacos that I'm holding. Today it's Saguaros Tacos y Churros, bringing their food truck out here to Campo Verde High School to enjoy a lot of the atmosphere and, of course, feed the fans. So I got in my hand right now a chicken taco. I got one singular chicken taco. It's got some interesting meat on it. It's got some lime. I'm going to put my mic down for a second and try this.
He didn't even turn the thing on.
Well, it looks like Mahir got a nice bite of that taco right there. Thank you.
Really good. I like the tortilla. I like the chicken. Kind of reminds me of Chipotle chicken a little bit, but you know what? Totally fine. I love that type of grilled chicken overall. Saguaros y tacos, Saguaros Tacos y Churros. That's how you can find it on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you can check it out. They got a food truck right now going all around the places here in the valley. And of course, you can always get it at some point. They are opening a restaurant sometime soon, so it's sure to be good. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mahir. That was thank you, Mahir, for that sideline reporting. As we mentioned, FC Arizona hosting, always bringing food trucks and different food out here to Campo Verde. So thank you to Mahir for thank you to Mahir for showing us what they have to display here. We'll be right back for more at the start of the second half. All right, welcome back to Campo Verde High School here for this matchup between FC Arizona and FC Tucson. Hope you are finding us here in this second half after a fun first half for FC Arizona, especially. Ripped off 3 quick goals to start the game, and towards the end found another one for Tucson. Haven't found the same luck so far.
Yeah, and and FC Arizona's done a great job of ball possession so far. They've been able to keep the ball in their possession. They're doing a lot of quick passes, which keeps it away from the Tucson defenders, whereas Tucson's done the exact opposite. They're holding onto the ball a little too long, letting FC Arizona get too close, and that's really what's been their downfall so far tonight.
Well, if you're Tucson, you probably want to respond early here in this second half and looking to come out more energized than they did at the start of the game, where it felt like FC Arizona was putting all the pressure on them and pretty much getting whatever they wanted.
Yeah, 4-score deficits, hard to come back from in almost any sport. So if you're Tucson, you really got to establish yourselves within like the first 5 minutes here if you want any sort of chance at getting back in this game.
You're just about ready to go here in this second half. We hope you enjoyed the intermission here, maybe even grab the taco like our sideline reporter Mahirsten Hassan. So we're about set to go here in the next 45 minutes of play. It's a long kick here to start. Takoa grabs it, and Tucson has possession of the ball.
Yeah, once again, trying to catch Takoa sleeping, trying to catch him just too far out of his box, trying to just put one over his head and unable to do so. 0 for 2 for that so far tonight.
Well, we saw Alfonso, as he mentioned, was the other guy to try and do that earlier in the game. He almost was successful. That ball just grazed over the top of the goal, but second try there, and he's done a nice job of staying alert and being able to make the save. So that ball is kicked out of play. It will be Tucson's ball. Once again, chasing 4 goals here. They have to get something going early in the half here if they want to make a run at this big FC Arizona lead. But FC Arizona regains control and looks to control pace now. Loses the ball in a kind of wonky pass, and here comes Tucson the other way.
Yeah, this is one of the best looks Tucson's had all night.
Tucson controls it now. Looking to slow it down. It felt like a bit rushed there in the first half. Working to move it around with some passes and set up some open teammates here. So they send it back. Work it to about the midway point here.
Yeah, just didn't like what they saw there. Arizona closed in very nicely, and Tucson was forced to retreat and try and reset themselves, but a good job by Tucson to keep possession of the ball and force Arizona to go back on defense.
We just saw a whistle blown there as there's a kick, and that one's way out wide, and Carrion will have a goal kick here. We did see another whistle there. Another interesting part of that first half was the physicality. We saw 2 cards, 1 assessed to each team. Brady, how do you think that'll translate over to the second half here?
Well, as we've seen, these 2 teams have been getting a little more physical as the game has progressed, and that's just naturally going to happen with any soccer game. The more comfortable you get with your opponent, the more physical you're going to get. But those 2 cards early are definitely going to come into play. Those 2 players, if their cards, are definitely going to try and play a little more carefully as this game progresses, but don't expect them to lay off their physicalness.
Well, interesting to note, that card on FC Arizona was on Marco Alfonso, who is one of their better players, as we've seen in this game. So he's got to stay out of trouble here in the second half, and if he gets one more, he'll get tossed. Can't have that in a game, especially when you're up big like this. Don't want to give Tucson any chances to make a comeback.
Yeah, exactly, and you really don't want that just going on your record for the season as well. That reflects poorly on you, especially when you look at the scoreboard and how the game went down.
So once again, FC Arizona controls it as they work it along the near side, looking to advance here. As Atondo fights for it, but it's regained here by Tucson. And pass intercepted, and here comes FC Arizona the other way. A couple of careless turnovers from Tucson in the first half. They got to certainly clean that up if they're going to make a comeback here. As they work it to the midpoint now. Long pass ahead, and here comes Tucson the other way. Trying to get past this defender and is unable to is FC Arizona forward Afshari, who just couldn't get by that FC Arizona defender who played some nice defense there.
Yeah, and that was a good send up there by Tucson. That's what they're going to need to do if they want to get the offense going. That's what really has been the key for FC Arizona, so they're trying to replicate that on the other side.
So here's the corner kick. It's sent in the middle there and knocked away by FC Arizona. They're able to almost clear it, but here comes Tucson, able to keep it in now. Stuck in the corner there. They work it out. And a long kick here from FC Arizona. Another whistle blown, though, as I believe we will get a kick here for Tucson.
Yeah, I didn't really see what was happening there. My eyes were kind of watching the ball, and looked like this happened away from the play. So, nonetheless, a good opportunity here for Tucson to get their first score up on the board.
So it will be Laredo who will have the chance here for Tucson, looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Down 4-0, and this might be their best chance all night.
Only a two-man wall, too.
So here he goes. And that is easily corralled in by Carrion, who hasn't been tested much tonight, but in that one there, he comes up strong.
Yeah, and that was a good idea. When you're that close, you definitely want to go for the shot. And the curve was going away, but it looked like it was just a little too far towards the inside of the post, so that when Carrion set up in the middle, it curved right into him, and just not a good shot there overall. Good idea, just poor execution.
As we mentioned, Carrion not tested much tonight. His defense has played pretty well in front of him, and when he has been tested, he stepped up to the call as he's still maintaining a shutout. Here's a long pass here, looking for Alfonso, unable to find him.
Yeah, and that's been the bread and butter for FC Arizona so far tonight. Those long passes down the sideline that they just beat the defenders to, and then from there, able to send one into the box. That one just a little long there for Alfonso, and you're going to get those from time to time.
Well, they've had a high success rate in getting those long passes out. Two guys like Alfonso and Atondo and even Provenzano, who has been able to corral the ball and create opportunities for FC Arizona offensively.
Yeah, and then another thing that we just saw there on that throw-in that we haven't mentioned at all tonight are the 50-50 balls. Most of the time, they seem to be going way up FC Arizona, so they've been really good on 50-50 so far, and it's shown in possession.
As here is Tucson now on the far side. Looking to slowly work it up, as that's not a great pass. They've had a couple of those where they've just been a little bit sloppy in the short passing game, and they've certainly paid the price for it.
Yeah, and that's really what you got to tighten up most when you're down, especially 4 goals. The passing's really got to be there if you want to start to get something going. You got to connect those passes. You got to communicate. As we saw early, Tucson was very bunched up most of the time, and we're kind of starting to see that a little bit here. So if they want to get something going, they got to spread out, communicate a little more, get those passes flowing.
So here is Tucson, still searching for that first goal of the night. Just past the 52nd minute mark, coming up on the 53rd here at Campo Verde. Most of the scoring, as we mentioned, came early in this game from FC Arizona. They did chip one in from Provenzano towards the end of the half, but Tucson, I'd say, is playing a little bit better than they were in the early minutes of this one.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better. Once again, it's come down to the passing. You know, they haven't been able to connect very well so far, but when they do have possession of the ball, they're doing a great job of finding the open man.
Well, and you mentioned that passing has been a little bit sloppy. When you do turn the ball over, you're limiting your time of possession and allowing FC Arizona to have more time with it offensively, create more opportunities. We saw that earlier in the game. It felt like through the first 11, 12 minutes, the ball was always on the FC Arizona attacking side. So improved job there from Tucson to be able to hold it for a little bit longer. It certainly slowed down FC Arizona, not enough to keep them off the board for the rest of the half, as here comes Atondo, who almost has a chance at it, chasing it down, and Tucson will clear here on the far side.
Yeah, and that was a good job by Tucson there, going to the ball instead of waiting for it, attacking it before your opponent can get to it. That's honestly a key that a lot of players forget when they get into these later stages of the game. They start getting a little lazy. They wait for the ball to come to them. But I like that aggressiveness from Tucson because that's what they're going to need to continue in this game.
So we have a throw in here. Here comes Atondo with a long pass for Alfonso. Nice job to keep it up and stops on a dime. Sends it to a teammate. That's kicked up and tapped wide and out of play. It will be, I believe, an FC Arizona corner kick here. So it will be a corner for Atondo. Haven't seen too many corners here from FC Arizona tonight.
So it will be a corner kick for FC Arizona. This will be their third of the night. Unsuccessful in their first two.
That corner is corralled in by Tacoa. Here comes FC Arizona the other way. Atondo with it. His kick is hauled in. No, it's not. It's dropped, and it's a goal for FC Arizona. Tacoa unable to corral that shot, and it just lands right near the feet of an FC Arizona player, and they're able to score.
Yeah, and, you know, that just sucks for Tacoa because he's had a great night so far. He stopped a lot of shots, but to give up your fifth goal on that, it's just really tough, and that's not what Tucson's going to want as they try to, you know, battle their way back into this game. It's just creating a larger deficit, and looks like now they're just going to have to focus all their power onto putting some points up on the board tonight.
So here comes a couple subs, one of which is Gene Takuri, who played in the playoffs for FC Arizona against the Crossfire last year. He will make his way onto the defense for FC Arizona as this game is starting to get a little bit out of hand. A 5-0 lead for FC Arizona over Tucson, as that ball will be a throw-in here for Tucson. Some reinforcements now coming in for FC Arizona, some fresh legs to prevent any sort of comeback here from happening. And you mentioned players maybe getting a little bit tired at that point in the game. What does getting fresh legs in here do for a team?
Yeah, getting fresh legs in is always nice. Gives you a little bit of more of an energy boost, a little more momentum going your way, and especially at this point, you know, 5-0 game, you're looking to get some more reps for maybe some guys who don't see the field that often as well. So some good opportunities all around here for FC Arizona.
So here comes Tucson now with it. They are looking for any answers offensively. Have not been able to really respond to big moments from FC Arizona. They did hold the ball for a little bit longer after FC Arizona ripped off 2 goals, but not able to generate anything offensively. A long shot is just wide of the net. Seemed like that one had a chance for a second, but bit of a forced shot there.
Yeah, and you know, I don't hate that strategy. You know, you're down 5. You got nothing to lose at this point, so why not just, you know, take an attempt? Yeah, you're a bit out, but if you can put a good shot on it like you did there, it's a good look there for Tucson.
Nice aggressive play there from Tucson, and here they come. Gonzalez with it, and Now they get it out in the box. Unable to find a teammate, though, and here comes FC Arizona the other way. Long pass ahead. Looking for Alfonso, and they get it to him. That ball is whacked out of bounds. It will be a throw-in here for FC Arizona.
Yeah, and going back to that offensive possession there for Tucson, that was a good job by FC Arizona to just get a foot in front, expect the pass, anticipate it, and step in front when it is actually made. Good prediction, good play all around for FC Arizona.
So now we have a player down. Looks like he's just cramping. But second time today that a player has gone down for FC Arizona. Good news is, looks like it isn't anything too serious, just a cramp.
Yeah, you know, that happens quite a bit in soccer. You're on the field for 90 minutes, running up and down, not many breaks, so that'll happen from time to time, and sometimes you just got to stretch it out.
Well, at this point in the game, seems like Tucson is a little bit out of it, down 5 goals. What do they have to do to just create some positive momentum and, you know, have a good feeling heading out of this game?
Well, they got to really move the ball around a lot more. Like I said, just get some shots up there on net. Just try and put something in. Force FC Arizona to make a mistake just so you can try and get on the board and walk away with a little something to hang your hat on.
Looks like we are getting back to the action now. Little break there. Now it will be a throw-in here for Tucson. Gonzalez will be the one to throw it in. And he sends it back. So FC Arizona with it now on their side of the field. Another long pass looking for a teammate there, and beautiful passing as now chasing it down is both FC Arizona and Tucson. That pass just a little bit long, kind of uncharacteristic from what we've seen from FC Arizona tonight.
Yeah, it was a great give and go there. I like that idea, and just a little long, almost had it. That would have been a great opportunity had it stuck for FC Arizona.
Still aggressive, as we mentioned. We mentioned a little bit earlier that Coach Aguilar of FC Arizona does not like to sit back and let leads sit where they are. They're going to keep the foot on the gas, and they've proven it already. Come out and score a goal early in this half, build on that 4-0 lead. Now it's up to 5, and I wouldn't be shocked if they add another one to the total before this one ends.
Yeah, always want to keep the foot on the gas, regardless of the sport, and you never know what can happen in any game, no matter how dominant a team looks.
So here's a pass wide. And now with it across to the middle, and Carrion's able to snag that one in. Almost a chance there for Tucson, as a couple bodies in the box there. Afshari just kind of was able to maneuver it into that area, but no dice for Tucson.
Yeah, just unable to get a good foot on it. Bodies were on bodies, and just unable to really get a strong enough kick on it to get it past the keeper.
So here's a steal, and here comes Tucson. They give it up, though. And here they come again. They get the ball back. Looking maybe to set something up now. As Afshari will send it back. So now they work it to the wide side. Working it ahead now is Tucson. Gonzalez gives it up. Back to Gonzalez. He can't get it, and now FC Arizona will have it. Carrion will just clear. Segal keeps it in here for Tucson, and here comes Gonzalez ahead. And do we get a whistle? No, we do get a whistle. And so now a chance for Tucson near the net. This could be their best chance of the night, Brady.
Yeah, and this is a great opportunity here for Tucson, right in front of the box. So it's gonna have a good shot. Look, let's see how many people FC Arizona puts on the wall here to try and stop it.
All right, so here is a chance here for Tucson, right in front of the net. This probably will be their best opportunity of the night. Looks like they have a few players near the ball here. Garlic is one. See who does take the kick here.
5-man wall.
And it is hauled in by Carrion. A strong save from him, and not a great, shot there from Laredo, but he is able to put pressure on it, and Carrion is now down.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happened to Carrion there. But good idea to go underneath the wall, but just right at Carrion.
Well, while we do have a bit of a break here, let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Mahir Sinhasan.
Yeah, guys, I'll go check on Carrion in a little bit, but first, Angel Reyes, who was knocked up a little bit before, he was heading off to the bench. He eventually got subbed out, but it turns out it's just some hamstring tightness. Again, a little bit warmer here in the valley. Started off in the 90s today, now in towards the 80s. Some other changes that Alejandro Aguilar is making is that he's trying to bring Kate Williams in. He's currently warming up, and he's on his way back towards the bench for his eventual check-in. And he also put Gene Takuri in, who was originally left back, tends to play on that left-hand side. He's now playing right back on the far side of your screen.
All right, thank you, Mahir. You mentioned some of those subs we saw earlier. Takuri, as you mentioned, an interesting one. It's a guy that has some playoff experience and could be a key player for FC Arizona this season.
Yeah, and you look at Carrion making some nice moves to avoid some pressure from Tucson there and keep possession for FC Arizona.
So here will be a throw-in for FC Arizona on the near side. Just past the 65.5-minute mark here at Campo Verde. Domination so far from FC Arizona, not taking their foot off the gas. Here's a slide tackle, and will be FC Arizona's ball. Still a long pass here, looking for his man, but a nice job by Takota to come out and get that ball. Scoop it up now and looking to send it ahead for his teammates. So throw in here for Tucson. Once again, just looking to find any success offensively. At this point, you don't want to be held scoreless for the night. I'm sure Carrion will do everything in his power to keep it a shutout, but whether it's for pride or just to carry some positive momentum, you want to get on the board before this game ends.
Yeah, and in order to do that, they got to really push the offense up. They keep seeing them drop back quite a bit here, but they just got to start sending some balls in, taking some chances, maybe a couple risks, but that's what they're going to need in order to get on the board.
Well, it feels like it's a lot of dribbling, not a lot of, crisp passing. You saw Laredo with the ball for quite a while on that possession there, and I feel like FC Arizona has done a bit of a better job of quickly moving the ball around, finding open teammates, and it's really helped them offensively create some opportunities.
Yeah, and as you can see, that's really been the difference here between the two teams. FC Arizona's just been better with the ball movement, and it's shown on the scoreboard.
All right, well, here is Laredo now on the corner kick. They've had a couple corner kicks tonight, but here's the most recent one in the second half. Laredo will be the one to distribute it, but first we do have a substitution here, as FC Arizona will bring in a couple reinforcements into the game, some fresher legs.
Substitution for FC Arizona.
Yeah, and I believe this will be the third corner kick of the night for Tucson, so 3 corner kicks each so far for both teams and no goals on either, or any, I should say.
Here is Laredo, sends it in. Ball is tipped up. And it is stopped by Carrion. What a save there from the keeper. The most tested he's been all night, Brady, and he comes up with a big save.
Yeah, nice job by Carrion. And how about his defender moving over as that ball is trickling towards the post, about to get on the line, and then just the clearance to ensure that Tucson stays shut out thus far.
So Tucson with possibly their best chance to score tonight right there, and they're unable to do so. Still looking for that first goal. Segal has it now, and that ball is tipped away. Segal will throw it in for Tucson. Hand it to a teammate here. And just taken away there by FC Arizona. Nice physical play. The physicality is, stayed pretty consistent throughout this game, and even with it being a little bit more out of hand, FC Arizona not letting up.
Yeah, and it's really just something that's gonna progress as this game goes on. Obviously, Tucson's gonna start to get a little frustrated. They're down 5, and things are gonna get a little more physical between the two teams. But FC Arizona doing a good job at playing the ball great, playing the player great as well.
Well, I know 5 goals isn't as comparable to a 1-goal lead, but I'm sure FC Arizona in the back of their mind still remembers last week giving up a lead and losing that game ultimately 2-1. Now, I'm not sure that Tucson would be able to overcome that margin, but I think a key for them here is going to be finishing the game strong. I'm sure Coach Aguilar reiterated that at the half, and it seems like they've taken last week's outcome to heart, and they've built upon this lead.
Yeah, they really came out and made a statement so far tonight. Obviously, we still got about 20 minutes to go here, but FC Arizona is really letting it be known that one game does not define them for who they are this season.
As it will be another corner kick here for Tucson. So getting a couple corners now here in the second half. Will be Gonzalez, who will kick the corner for Tucson. That one is sent in long, headed up, and Tucson will have it now. Just looking to find anything near the box, as they've struggled to really get close to the goal here all night. Best chance was what we saw a couple of minutes ago, and Carrion just came up with a big save. Defense helped them out too to clear that ball, but not much going for them. As here is Tucson with it at the midway point. Long pass here, looking for Laredo, but it's taken away, and here comes FC Arizona. They lose it back to Tucson.
Yeah, now we're seeing Tucson start to use that one-touch, two-touch approach that FC Arizona's been doing, and it's been moving the ball around quicker for them, providing them the opportunities, but a couple bad touches here and there have really sent the ball back the way of FC Arizona.
Well, FC Arizona in no rush here. Holding on to a 5-goal lead with just about 20 or so minutes left to go. So that one is headed out. Kept in, though. It's giving chase is FC Arizona, and it will just be kicked out of bounds. Will be FC Arizona ball. So now a throw in here for FC Arizona. Sure, they're still looking for another goal. I don't think Coach Aguilar would mind a 6 on the night, as here comes some reinforcements now for FCAZ Tucson.
Yeah, and Tucson probably just looking to get some fresh legs in there, get them a new opportunity to try and score a goal, just put one on the board, get some new motivation going.
Well, here comes FC Arizona, passes long there, sent to the corner. And taken away now. Here comes Tucson the other way. Pushing with it now. Trying to increase pace. A long pass looking for his man, but unable to find Garelick, and now Tucson will be able to slow it down, try and set something up.
Yeah, that was the right idea. Just they didn't have the numbers on the other side.
Here's a long pass ahead, and unable to keep it in is Tucson. Once again, felt like the right idea, just unable to execute.
Yeah, and it looked like they were just trying to do a little too much there. Just at that point, when you're getting that far deep, you just got to stop it and try and send it in the center for somebody. But looked like he was just trying to get a little too fancy with his moves there.
So another long pass is now the teams are trading long runs here, but unable to find his man, taken away, and here comes Tucson the other way. Not a great touch there, and Arizona has it now. They come near the center of the field. Once again, in no rush. Already up by a couple goals here. That one is sent ahead, and will be a kick here for Tucson as they try and increase the pace. Coming up on the 75th minute here at Campo Verde. If you're just joining us, was a explosive first 11 to 12 minutes of this game. FC Arizona ripped off a goal early and then scored 2 goals within seconds of each other to grab a 3-0 lead. Pretty quiet the rest of the half until the end, where they were able to get one more goal to extend the lead to 4, and they've come out with energy and added 1 goal at the start of the second half. Haven't looked back since. So here comes Tucson. That shot is nowhere close, and it will be a corner kick here again for Tucson.
Yeah, and Tucson, this will be their 5th corner kick of the night. A lot of good opportunities. Their last corner kick, they almost got a goal. So they're definitely going to look to capitalize here, and maybe this can be their first goal on the board.
So it will be another corner kick here for Laredo. As he sends it towards the middle, no one home, but here he is now with it. Near the box, tries to send another one in, and good defense there from FC Arizona to keep out any chance of creating an opportunity. Zorduño, who made a nice play on the ball to jump in front of it and knock it out of bounds. But here comes Laredo again from the corner, looking to tack on that first goal of the game for Tucson. Laredo on the cross. And that one is off of a head and chased down by Laredo. He's able to knock it towards a teammate. Tucson with it again. So unable to convert on those corner kicks. We've seen a couple of them tonight, Brady. What hasn't allowed them to get on the board via the corner?
Well, that most recent one was really just a matter of poor timing. The kick was in there great, but the timing of the jumps by everybody on Tucson was just way too early, and that allowed FC Arizona to get ahead on it first.
So here comes FC Arizona now, looking for their 6th goal of the night. In the box, and I believe they're going to call an offsides there. Just a little bit too hasty on the attack. Tucson with it now. Long pass to the far side. Able to keep it in. Tucson, nice move there from Tucson player, and we have a player down now. A player down for Tucson.
Another yellow for FC Arizona as well. Tackling from behind there. It looked like a good tackle. Got a lot of ball, but you just can't be tackling from behind.
So that's the 3rd card assessed this game. 2 yellows on FC Arizona and one yellow assessed on FCAZ Tucson. There will be a free kick now here for Tucson. Perhaps looking to set up another pass deep. And that one is knocked away by FC Arizona. And here they come now, the other way. Strong push here, but that pass is not able to find an FC Arizona jersey. Takeo able to get it, sends it to a teammate, and now here they come the other way. It's that one they're going to rule offsides, I believe, and it will be FC Arizona ball. As aggressive play there from Tucson, trying to just get in the passing lanes and turn over FC Arizona. Been pretty unsuccessful with it tonight, but trying to just play a little bit more aggressive down a few goals here.
Yeah, and as you can see there, it's the physicalness is really starting to ramp up in these final couple minutes of this game.
Well, here comes FC Arizona now. As you mentioned earlier, they're not going to take their foot off the gas. They always seem to be pushing offensively. Certainly step back a little bit here in the second half just because of the players they've already taken out of the game. And here they come again. Pass in. Beautiful move there from Alfonso. Here he comes again. Trapped a bit in the corner. Nice physical play on the ball there by Tucson, but he gets it back. Sends it to his teammate. Here comes FC Arizona on the far side. Nice stop there from Tucson. Able to take the ball back. And will we get a whistle? No. They're going to play through it. Nope. We will get a whistle. It will be a free kick here for Tucson. Seemed like FC Arizona could possibly get a great chance to score there, but whistle is blown, and Tucson now has the ball with about 10 or so minutes left in this game to get on the board, avoid the shutout. Only scored 1 goal in their opener and in danger of being held scoreless tonight.
Yeah, they just haven't really looked very aggressive tonight. It's really just been a matter of, who's really hungry for the ball. And, speaking of hungry, recently I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I keep seeing this Angry Crab Shack ad that we got down here, and I'm starving, man.
Well, we did see a couple food sponsors here at FC Arizona. You mentioned the Angry Crab Shack. We saw some taco eating earlier from our sideline reporter, Mahir Sinhasan, who was chowing down on some tacos from the taco truck here. So certainly some, mentions of food here at FC Arizona, but sure.
It's been a long night.
Sure.
It has been a long night.
Well, everyone here is hungry, and I'm sure Tucson is hungry for their first goal here. I'm not sure they'll get it, though. FC Arizona just hungry for their first win of the year, on pace for it here. Started their NPSL season with a loss to the Las Vegas Legends 2-1, a game that they kind of felt like they gave away. We're up 1-0 in and then gave up 2 goals towards the end. But a nice night for them as a team so far, and a game they can certainly build upon going forward.
Yeah, this game has really just been a statement for FC Arizona. After that last game, giving up that goal late, that 2-1 score, and they're not letting that define them here tonight. Really making a statement, and we're going to have another card issued that's 2 apiece.
This game's starting to get a little bit chippy. Cards being handed out. And these refs have been kind of quick with their whistle tonight. Been assessing yellow cards to both sides. Set the tone early by giving some yellow cards out and have not let up on their whistle even with this game being a little bit out of hand. So here comes a free kick for FC Arizona.
Did you just have a bug hit you? We got bugs in the press box. It's been a night.
All right. FC Arizona with the ball now. Cross in, and there's no one home. Takoa will snag it. And that ball is sent in deep. Unable to keep it, but here comes Tucson. Gonna blow the whistle, and it will be a kick incoming for FC Arizona. More subs coming in here as time dwindles down. They most likely want to give some guys some opportunities with just a few minutes left in this game out of hand.
Yeah, and that play looked like Tucson was just getting a little handsy. Like we said, last couple minutes, things are going to start getting a little chippy. And as long as you keep it body to body, I think you should be fine. You just can't let anything get too out of control and risk taking a red card at the end of the game.
Only a few minutes left here at Campo Verde. Been a fun one here if you're an FC Arizona fan. A lot of goals here tonight for the squad as they look to put up a better offensive performance than last game. Only, as we mentioned, scored one goal in that one and made sure of it as they scored 3 right off the bat. But looking to ice this one out tonight. As here they come around the midway point. Trying to get it to a teammate, but here comes Tucson the other way. Still time to snag that first goal for them on the night. So that one is sent in deep. Are they able to keep it in? No. Just a bit too far, and that's kind of been the story for them on the night offensively. Here is a pass on the wide side ahead, and they work it back to the middle now. Some valuable minutes for some guys that aren't accustomed as much to seeing the field. So here is FC Arizona. That pass is not able to find a teammate. Was off of Tucson, though, so the first time in a while FC Arizona is here threatening, in no rush and in no real desire to go out and chase more goals, but I'm sure that Coach Aguilar would like to see one more on the board before the night ends if they are able to get one. As that shot is stopped there by the goaltender, Takeo. A chance there for FC Arizona, and he just stonewalls it. So now a corner here in for FC Arizona. They haven't had too many corners, actually, on the night. Feels like Tucson has had more chances with corners, but
I believe this is FC Arizona's 4th corner of the night compared to Tucson's 6th.
So here's a corner kick for FC Arizona. They send it in deep. Off the head of an FC Arizona player, and looks like that one will not find the back of the net. So Takeo now with a chance to boot it out deep. And he will just roll it to a teammate now, and looks like one last chance here for Tucson to mount a push, but here comes FC Arizona the other way. So that one is knocked away, and will be another corner kick, I believe, here for FC Arizona.
Yeah, it's going to be another corner, and we go back to the last corner. That was a great send in, good curvature, got it right to his teammate, but the hardest part is being able to control it with your head. Obviously, you know where you want to put it. You got to hit it just right off the side of your head in order to get the correct launch angle that you want towards the net.
So, another corner here. A few corner chances in the
FC Arizona.
past couple seconds and / minutes here for FC Arizona, as this one is sent into the middle, long, and try to get a foot on it, but is unable to.
Just looked like a little bit of a lack of communication there, but they're still going to come away with it, get a second chance here.
So that one is sent ahead. Here comes FC Arizona with it in the box now. That one is knocked away by a Tucson defender, and it will be another corner kick.
So now mark it up 6 corners apiece for this game, and FC Arizona looked really good with the last 2 corners. Is third time the charm.
Well, I'm sure they don't mind practicing in a game-like scenario with all these corners here, especially an area where they haven't been as successful tonight. So here is a boot that is just tapped up in the air. So they will work it back and now choose some more clock off here as we come up on the 90th minute mark at Campo Verde. It's been a little bit of a less eventful second half as FC Arizona has controlled it for most of this past 45 minutes, has controlled pretty much the whole game. It's felt like pure domination as they look to secure this shutout here.
Yeah, and FC Arizona just a great job tonight of ball possession. That was really the key to their success. A lot of good ball movement led to a lot of time of possession, and that's ultimately what's going to do it for them tonight.
As here comes Tucson with one last chance here. They hold it now, and we will get a final blown whistle, and that will do it here
Your final score is
from Campo Verde. So the final score here between FC Arizona and FCAZ Tucson is 5-0 in favor of FC Arizona. They pick up their first win of the season, moving to 1-1 in the NPSL. Meanwhile, FCAZ Tucson drops to 2-1. Brady, what'd you make of FC Arizona's dominance tonight?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it was really just all about possession. They controlled the ball, they controlled the game. A lot of good opportunities. You know, what they did nicely is 1 touch, 2 touch, then send the ball up deep along the edge and then send it in. And that was really just the perfect game plan, being able to get those balls deep and send it to the center.
And then in terms of FCAZ Tucson and their inability to get on the board tonight, obviously they don't want to be held scoreless in the shutout. Only able to muster up 1 goal in their last game. Now that's only 1 goal across 2 games. Why have they been unable to find the back of the net?
I think it just comes down to their players holding the ball a little too long. They're looking for the open pass, but they're just using too much time up when they're trying to get the passes going. They need to adapt more of that 1 touch, 2 touch approach that we kind of saw them moving into towards the end of the game, but move the ball around a little quicker. I feel like they'd get some more opportunities generated.
Well, you talk about that 1 touch too much and that ball movement for FC Arizona. You certainly saw it on display with them. What were they doing so well to be able to find their open teammates and move the ball quickly and controlled?
Well, it's all like a series of triangles is the way to look at it. You always have a series of 3 players in a triangle formation, and that's usually how you're going to go about it. You usually go with like a give and go formation with 2 players, or you'll do a pass around, and that's really the key to success. It's able to adapt a quick sort of formation to send the ball around before the defender can get there and get a foot on it.
And then in terms of FCAZ Tucson, they weren't able to find that success in passing, whether it was the long game or the short game. What do you think they have to change?
I just think that, once again, going back to the time that the players hold the ball, it was just way too long. And so they need to just be better at finding the open man a little quicker and just being able to move the ball up. Don't take as much time with the ball. Just pace of play is really just the key to
Well,
success for them in the future.
You do mention that pace of play. It felt like FC Arizona had the ball for the majority of that first half there, and Tucson was really unable to get it back. How do you think that affected, especially early on in the game where FC Arizona just had the ball for most of that half?
Yeah, it was really just pure dominance from FC Arizona. They were able to control it on all ends, and ultimately, it's hard to get anything going if you don't ever have possession, and that's just the trap that Tucson fell into tonight.
All right, so it looks like we do have a post-game interview here. We're going to send it down to Mahir for the Angry Crab Shack post-game interview. He has Justin Provenzano.
Guys, I'm here with the man of the match, Justin Provenzano, who had a hat trick today. Justin, first off, hat trick. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. First goal of the season, and I'm glad I put 3 on the board, but I'm happy with the game.
Yeah, you guys came out with a fiery start. You're about 15, 20 minutes in. You're up 3-0. What did Coach say before you guys started the match that caused you guys to have such a fast start?
Well, last week was an upsetting week, but we move on with it. We didn't want to feel that feeling again, but we came with the game plan. We did everything we wanted to do and came out up top, and we're happy with what happened.
How much confidence does a win like this give you going into next week?
Well, now we took care of this game, but now carry on. Next week's going to be a new week. We got 2 games next week, and we're going to carry on, take care of our business, and do what we do.
Thank you, Justin.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Mahir, for bringing in Justin to the Angry Crab Shack post-game interview. Justin had two goals on the night for FC Arizona. If there were to be a man of the match, I think it'd go to him, Brady.
Yeah, definitely. Provenzano just looked amazing tonight, and even when he wasn't scoring, he was setting up his teammates perfectly. Great passes inside, good pressure from Provenzano as well. So all around, just an amazing game for FC Arizona.
As I mentioned, all around a great game for FC Arizona as they're able to pick up their first win of the season. For everyone here covering the game behind the scenes, we thank our crew, and for Brady and Mahir, I'm Adam Cunin. Have a good night, and we hope to see you here the next time on an FC Arizona stream.